Alex can...
Yeah, I already made her a mod.
Sounds good. Cool.
And I might just slide.
Do we want to turn this light on?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are just going to turn a light on.
Oh, bright.
How does that look, Carol?
That looks bright.
That looks bright? Too bright?
Yeah, too bright.
Yeah, too bright. You two are fine?
How about that?
That's a lot better for
Okay.
both.
No. Phoenix is like completely...
Woo!
That's okay.
Looks okay.
Actually, Phoenix looks good.
No, now that you...
Oh, you're seeing the lag, I think. Yeah.
You're seeing the lag.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Games from the North Geek Chat Special Edition.
Yeah.
With so far 2 of the 4 con chairs for Keycon. There are more on their way. And one of them I think might actually be in the chat room as well joining us. So we'll be watching that. If you guys... I need to move this over here so I can actually... I look at the screen when I talk as if I'm talking to the computer normally, not the camera.
I do the same thing at conference calls at work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I usually end up talking to the camera because it's my microphone phone. I'm twitchy.
Yeah.
Move the mug.
Introduce us.
What mug? Oh,
Move the mug.
there we go.
Move the pint glass, please.
It's moved.
It's moved.
You're seeing a lag, Alex. We have someone watching and doing some chat moderation for us.
Okay, let's introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Cliff and Kelly from Games from the North. Do you two want to introduce yourselves?
Carol, one of Keycon 2019's chairs, and one of Keycon 2020's chairs.
Phoenix, one of Keycon's 2019's chairs, and very happily Keycon 2020 chair as well.
And we're waiting on a
Charles.
third one, Charles.
We're waiting on
He should be here
Charles.
soon, and we're missing the fourth one. So Katie might be joining us on chat, you said, right?
Yeah, I was trying to poke her and encourage her to join us on
Yeah.
chat.
So that's where we're at. Introductions, we're good?
We're
Do you
good
have
on
a-
introductions. I have the list. It's on the table.
Okay,
I was trying to discreetly text Alex to get it, but it didn't work.
that's all right. This is Geek Chat. It's casual.
It's casual.
It's casual Friday. Wait, it is Friday.
It is
Ooh.
Friday.
It's so weird. We're
I
hosting
need to go
something on
change
Friday.
casual.
You should be wearing jeans.
I didn't want to put pants on.
Oh, okay.
That's really all I wear a dress for. I'm like, do you
Query
want
says hello?
We can see the chat, so we got Justin on here. We got hold on. Theory Query. Who's Theory Query?
Hello from a fellow Keycon.
Mostly here to support. We appreciate the support.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we really
Always.
appreciate it always. All right.
All right, so let's We've introduced ourselves. We were going to talk about our own Keycon experiences, like how long have we been doing, what have we been doing? Because I know from when we were originally talking about the itinerary for the chat, we had Justin, who's one of our normal hosts, whose first Keycon is this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
A new person.
This will be your...
Well, second full Keycon. I went like quite a few years ago just to do board gaming basically for a couple hours. So I don't know if I count that. But last year was my real first Keycon experience for the full weekend.
And I was trying to remember how many cons I've been to. All I can figure out is that I started when I was 12.
Okay.
I was 19 when I started going to Keycon.
I got you all beat.
Yeah. You're a
When did you
though.
start going to con, Carol?
Well, let's see. My birthday is the end of April, and Keycon is May long weekend. So I turned 33 this year. Y'all can do the math.
That's funny. So you were going right when you were a baby?
I think I don't remember. From what I've been told, I think I might have missed the first year.
Okay.
We actually have a source with us that's available that we can try and clarify that fact with.
Fact
Alex,
checking.
5.
You're
she
five.
started going when you were 5.
Okay. So that means I've been going more than 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Why don't we, since we're waiting for Charles, why don't we just talk about the dates and times and stuff like
Sure.
that, and that way we can just
Do
fill
some
in
of
some
the
information, and
The
then
generic stuff.
when he gets here, we can start talking about our experiences and go into that stuff.
I do want to add one thing though. For the viewers, guys, we have 13 people viewing right now, which is amazing.
Holy moly.
Please jump into the chat. Throw your comments in there. Say hi.
Mandy.
It's Mandy. Okay.
Hi, Mandy.
Say hi, join us, and if you have questions, Alex is going to be tracking questions on the chat and doing a bit of moderation for us. So that's really helpful. But again, comment in the chat and say hi. So we at least know you're out there and listening, and maybe even say who you are.
And even if you have questions and stuff, like, we will be chatting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Justin, one of our other hosts, is
Hey,
on there as
Justin.
well. And yeah, like you said, it is a new record for us. So that's
It is
really awesome.
actually. So,
Awesome.
strong
Congrats.
start.
That's awesome. Congrats, guys.
Okay, when is Keycon?
Keycon is and always is May long weekend. This year, that's the 17th to the 20th. Festivities start on the 17th. I believe we have opening ceremonies at 7.
I believe so.
And things wrap up sometime in the early hours of the morning on Monday the 20th.
Okay. So the guests arrive Friday. They're there for the whole weekend. They're not, and they're moving around doing stuff all weekend long type thing. Is that?
Yes.
This year, yep, traditionally for sure.
I just mentioned guests. Who are they?
Well, we have Lee Moyer. He is our artist guest of honor. Does beautiful work with vampires as well as, oh goodness gracious,
He also does some really
What you guys
awesome pop culture
Pop
type
culture.
artwork.
Art Nouveau.
Some very beautiful,
Beautiful
Art Nouveau stuff.
Okay.
Definitely should go check out his site. We also have 2 author
Do you know his
guests.
URL?
LeeMoyer.com.
LeeMoyer.com. Great, thank you.
We have 2 awesome author guests. We have Carrie Vaughn and Tanya Huff. Tanya Huff is a returning guest, as is Lee Moyer. He's been
Yes.
out with us before. And yeah, I'm really excited about our guest lineup. It's going to be fun.
Great.
On that note, guests tend to do, now this is coming from sort of a newbie point of view, but
Absolutely.
since last year, I tried to go to some panels and I didn't really make it to a lot of panels. I got sort of caught up with running around and like a chicken with my head cut off.
Okay,
Sounds like all first years.
Yeah.
I have been going to Keycon as stated for more than 25 years. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've gone to less than 10 panels in all that time.
Okay, so I don't feel so bad.
I think if I take out the ones I've ran, I think I have 5 under my belt.
Awesome. So I really don't feel so bad then. I thought it was maybe like a newbie thing and like a let's party and then I don't know where I'm going and I want to go to this but I missed it.
It's like,
Honestly, it at a convention at that level, it's so the things you go to and don't go to seem to flow so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I've been doing
Yeah.
for like Carol over 20 years easily, and haven't. I can maybe think of 10 panels I've been to.
That's fair. I want to try
Overall?
and hit some this year because I don't know, but I'm more of like a let's run around and especially because we're doing Quest Giver stuff, just
Yeah.
being around and doing board game stuff and I like to dance. So they usually have like a social, right?
we do on Saturday night. We have a social.
Yeah, that's really fun. So
We've
yeah.
got DJ Thor coming out again. He's
Okay.
been out. He's been our DJ for the last 2 or 3 years
He
at
was really
Keycon
good last
itself
year.
and our outlying events.
Yeah.
He's really awesome. He's got a fantastic music catalog
Awesome.
and he really knows how to work the room and modulate the volume for the room
Yeah.
that he's in, which is
Great.
massively important.
It is very
It's
important.
very important.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the chocolate fountain. I can't lie.
This is
looking
very
forward to
true.
the chocolate fountain.
Part of our social spread will be a chocolate fountain
Yum.
with fruit and marshmallows and cannoli. No, not cannoli.
Oh.
Cream puff.
Ooh,
puffs.
even
Cream
better.
puffs. Yeah.
It was phenomenal last year, but we ran out of the nubblies to put into the
Oh,
chocolate,
no.
so we're making sure we have more this
Can
year.
you just like take a cup and fill it with chocolate and then just like
You probably wouldn't be the only person.
No, I was gonna say, do you want
Fairly
to watch
certain,
it? Like,
yeah,
no,
that we've seen similar
I
things
kind of
done
want
in
to
the
do
past.
that. I was just curious. So panels. So the guests they put on panels, and that sort of ranges from what things. I saw there was things about writing, drawing, storytelling.
Yes.
Anything you can think of, right? Basically.
Most guests will put on panels that they're passionate about that relate to their work, is because that's why we're
Okay.
bringing them out.
Makes sense.
So, for example, Lee Moyer's, they did a few blue pencil sessions where you can go and have your portfolio looked at. You can sit down and talk with Lee himself about it being in the industry.
Okay.
On Friday, he's doing the artist jam where you can come and draw with Lee
Okay.
and learn some techniques.
That's really fun.
It's a lot of fun. And the nice thing
Yeah.
is, a lot of the art from that panel specifically goes into the art auction for charity.
Oh, nice.
So it goes right to our live art
Yeah.
auction on Sunday, and we give all the money that we earn for those pieces of artwork to
Yeah.
the charity that we're working with.
That's awesome.
And panels aren't just put on by our guests that we bring in,
No.
they're also put on by our community. We have one member of our community, Lori Smith,
Who's watching?
They
She says hi.
Hi, Lori. They do so much paneling for us.
Okay.
To the point where sometimes we have to tell them, "Okay,
Oh.
you need a chance to eat."
Yes.
So
You need to survive.
You're
this.
done.
yeah. So actually, in the lineup of our guests, we also have two, what we call also attending guests.
Okay.
So Laurie Smith as well as Gerald Brandt
Okay.
are also attending guests.
Okay.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And we're doing a panel, right? We're doing a live
We're doing
broadcast.
a live broadcast on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it's between 4 and 6. So we'll be doing a live Geek chat, hopefully with a live studio audience. And
If you're coming, check the schedule. Just double check
yeah,
it.
please.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But that's going to be fun because we've never done anything like that, and it's going to be live in person. You can ask questions, and
Most definitely.
yeah, so that'll be fun.
We'll also be doing out buttons all weekend long that you can see
Oh yeah.
Kel and Phoenix wearing right now.
And if you want to know specifically when their live Geek Chat is, you can check out our programming schedule on, I can never pronounce this right,
Keycon.org in the Sketch app.
Sketch app.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. So you go to the website, and
Yeah.
there's an area where
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you go
and
down.
it's
I remember it was super easy last year when I did it.
It's a fantastic
Yeah.
app. You can put it on your phone. You can mark off what you want to go see, and
Gotcha.
it'll send you reminders, and
yeah.
it can show you who else is going to be there. It's a really fantastic app. Keycon's been using it for a couple of years now.
Is that Charles? Maybe.
That is probably Charles.
Do you want to go see? Do you want to switch actually? Sorry, I wanted to do an editing of the chat, if that's okay.
Yeah, by all means. Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah,
scrolling over. So
I'll do that if you want to go get
I'll
the door.
let-
We're
why don't
just
we
gonna
take
take a
Hold on a second.
Oh, hold on. We have a question.
Oh, we have a question.
The doobie dinner isn't on the schedule. Would you mind talking about that a bit?
Okay, we will. in a
Oh,
moment.
we certainly will.
Come on in.
Come
Do
on
you
in,
want,
Charles.
we're just gonna be right back, folks. And
If I be right back, we can't edit this because it'll be on a
okay,
different
never
screen.
mind. We're gonna stay here, and yeah, everything's gonna be live. Sorry.
It's a Charles.
Hey, Parallel Penguins.
Oh, what's that? We got.
That was Parallel Penguins. Thanking for hosting us.
Okay. May I
Come
fix
have a
this?
seat, Charles.
Yeah, you have to go to the editor window.
Yeah, let me just fix this.
Yep.
Take your time. I gotta fix something.
We're just gonna mute the chat for a minute, and
We'll be right back on the chat.
And I got here way earlier than I thought I would.
Good work.
yeah,
job.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
but it's too dark.
It
is
is
very
really
dark.
dark.
It's lame.
It'll fade out though, won't it? A little bit.
Yeah, but not by next week.
Yeah.
No, not by next week.
It's not purple enough. I need more purple.
Parallel Penguin, by the way, is dark.
Awesome. Okay, I don't know who that is, but thank you.
She is one of the 4 cats.
Cats.
So you have purple hair. You're gonna have purple hair. I'm gonna have purple hair, and Katie has purple hair.
I'm just gonna move everything
me.
around
Purple
because the
hair.
chat. I
Yeah,
can't
because we're
Yeah.
eating people out of the chat and chatting over me and
Five.
Okay, work on
Hi.
it right
Phoenix,
now.
we're
while
on mute.
we're
It's
not-
okay. I did it at the right time.
Good work.
Somebody
Except we're
somewhere.
not on mute.
Bananas.
Oopsies. Oh my god, sorry.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
That's my bad.
The mute
Most
button
professional
is so
ever.
weird. We will press it,
And I think it looks like it's
and we
blinking.
think it
It's
looks like it's not blinking, and then it starts blinking again, and
And it takes a couple presses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
newbie
problem.
dinner.
Yeah, so the newbie dinner is on Friday night prior to the opening ceremonies.
You gotta stop jiggling, honey.
Never.
At 6, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong, somebody.
Lori, let us know.
Yeah, Lori knows more about this.
Lori will
Five.
tell us.
It's at 5.
See,
Okay,
look, she
it's
said
we're
at
in
right.
5. We're in the
Yeah.
word 5.
Yeah.
Perfect. So it is at 5. It is at the hotel restaurant. The hotel provides a buffet.
Nice.
So it's a $25 price point. Thank you. We encourage anyone in their first or second year to come out. You can meet some other newbies. There will also be longtime attendees there, so you can pick your brain or pick their brain, I should say, or find yourself a buddy or something like that. I got another question.
Or just eat.
Well, also she wants you to confirm it's in the hotel restaurant.
Hotel restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Hotel restaurant, Friday, 5 p.m., right?
Yep.
We got that.
Right by the marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah. Another question.
There are allegations that you two are actually goblins in trench coats. Would you care to assure Pensive Toast about that?
Which two?
Which two?
Well,
Which two of us?
At the time the question was asked, Charles wasn't here.
Yes.
I
So
see.
there's a theory going around apparently that the two of you are goblins in trench coats.
All right.
I mean, I'm not wearing a trench coat, but I am a goblin, unrelated to the rest
This
of
is
us.
true.
Like, I'm not.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
the
goblin. In fact, you can find pictures of it. However, in regards to the two goblins in a trench coat, I have nothing to say on that subject.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no denying. There's no. So you're
No.
pleading the fifth, so you don't self-incriminate.
That's
Exactly.
I will point out that we are in Canada, and you can't do that.
Well, she's opting out of expressing anything else further. So
Trans-
move on.
Trench coats are expensive, man.
Trench
Yeah.
coats are expensive.
I think it's more of a question of being worried about incriminating your husband.
Well, since it's his asinine question, you're damn right.
I feel like you'd be better off putting a blanket around you. It's cheaper.
This is true.
In a
Like
trench
than a trench coat. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
fair enough.
Definitely.
And comfier.
Two goblins in a dress is way more funny.
Now, just to clarify, Charles, are you calling your two co-chairs goblins?
No, I quite often refer to my children as goblins.
And
Okay, I
he's
do
kind of
too.
allowed to since he is a goblin.
And,
Here's
Goblin.
goblin. Looks like we got another question.
This one actually is for one of our hosts, Cliff. Is there actually going to be a giant Nerf battle happening?
There is on Sunday. I don't remember the exact time.
It's Sunday morning. I think it's either 10 to 12 or 11 to 1. I think
Yeah.
it's 10 to
Again,
12.
check the schedule. Yeah.
Check the schedule
Yeah.
for any exact times, but I know Mandy and I are doing some Nerf stuff
Nice.
on that day.
Cool. I'll probably be sleeping in.
You'll probably be sleeping in,
Hungover.
or hungover, whatever the case is.
Folks should not sleep in on Saturday and Sunday. They should come down to
Oh, the
Terrace
brunch.
East
Oh, wait.
for
Brunch.
brunch.
I did already buy my tickets. I forgot about that.
There's
So
food everywhere.
See,
When-
now you have a reason not to sleep
When
in.
is the when does it start? When does it end? Can we talk about what's covered in the food?
It's Terrace East. It's 9 to 11.
Yeah, it's 9
Saturday
to 11.
and Sunday.
Both Saturday and Sunday on...
And it's different food on Saturday than it is on
Nice.
Sunday.
Yeah, on
That's
Sunday we have
nice.
eggs, potatoes like hash browns,
Yeah.
and other breakfast meats. Coffee, juice, tea are standard.
Yeah.
On Sunday we have French toast and breakfast meats, coffee, juice, tea.
Nice. That's exciting.
See, I just like
I forgot
saying
about that.
breakfast meats.
It's also a nice way
Cheap
because
things.
Breakfast meat is so awesome.
yeah.
He
Good
was
old
trying to say
breakfast meats.
something.
We give our guests tickets to this, so it's also a nice way to kind of catch our guests in a quiet moment.
Oh.
So if they don't have somebody sitting at their table with them, you can always politely ask to join
Hey,
them.
it's a
It's a nice little way to say, hey, man, sit and chat.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
And I bought my tickets online. It was very easy. It was with the, I think there was a small fee, but it was like $10.61 per one brunch kind of thing.
yeah.
So that was great. It was easy. I wanted to make sure I bought that, so I tried to remember and clearly forgot. But
Yeah, but you remembered in the end.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did we introduce the
You
new
said Charles.
person?
Well,
No,
You
I
said
totally
his name.
snuck in.
yeah, you
It's
said
how
his
I
name
work.
probably while it was still muted because of me.
All right, well, let's reintroduce our new and final guest of the evening, at least the final physical guest. Who is this strange purple-haired goblin?
Watch out for the temporal guests, I suppose.
Yeah.
My name is Charles, and I am the con-chair or one of the con-chairs for this year's Keycon 36. The original con-chair.
The original
The
con-chair.
original
Yeah.
lawn chair.
Don't ask questions. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We had also talked about our con experience, like how long we've been going. What about you? How long have you been going, Charles?
11 years, I think. It was the first year that Tanya Huff was here, which I think is 25.
I don't remember the
Whatever.
Yes, it's
I'm going to
possible.
say it's 25.
Let's say
for
20.
Tanya.
Let's say it's been 11 years.
Anyway, Tanya Huff came to town, so my then wife was all, we have to go because Tanya Huff is here, and she's super awesome.
Nice.
So 11 years later, I'm still coming to Keycon and running chunks of it.
Yeah.
This year, running most of it.
One of us.
One of us.
Have you enjoyed your experience as a chair?
Uh,
Sorry.
was a weird question.
A better politically phrased question. Just kidding.
Well, he gets to be surrounded by 4 women, so
Yeah, that's
who in
kinda
their
cool.
right mind
Okay.
wouldn't enjoy that?
I get
true.
angels this year, which is pretty
Four?
That's
sweet.
true.
4?
Oh, 3. Well, you and I probably count as 3 on our own.
Probably.
Well, 4 if you're counting the goblins. And
I'll take
the
it.
trench-
In the trench, goblins and trench coats always count double.
And a temporal guest.
And the temporal guest
You
later.
never know what's going to happen here at meetings.
No, I have enjoyed Keycon over the years, and a testament how much I love this community and this convention is the fact I keep doing things to help run it.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
It is. Have you been involved every year? Or, like, not involved necessarily, but going every year?
I have been going every year. I missed. Actually, no, I didn't miss any year. There was one year, I think 2 years ago, I didn't help out run the convention all,
Right.
but I still came on Saturday, even though the rest
Nice.
of the weekend I was busy doing shows
Okay.
elsewhere.
Good for you. That's awesome. I don't know how you have the energy.
He has to. He deals with
If I
children.
This is true.
if I don't do things, then I stop moving, and that's no fun.
Yeah.
So it's an inertia thing.
But yeah, no, I've been around-ish, part of programming, guest liaison stuff, the masquerade things,
Okay, right. Yes.
running stuff.
Let's, on that note, let's talk about the masquerade. Is that okay?
Sure. Let's before we jump to the masquerade,
Okay.
or the costume contest or whatever name it's going by, we've talked a lot about little things that a first-time Condor can experience, but let's kind of put that all together. So first-time Condors, you've got if you want to go, you've got the brunch, the
Newbie dinner.
Newbie
Like
dinner.
Newbie dinner.
On the Friday.
But what else can a first-time Condor expect? Let's kind of highlight what's at the con so people know.
Sure. So
Oh.
we talked about programming a little bit
Yeah.
earlier. We also have what's known as our hospitality floor.
Okay.
So again, groups and members of our community take as much time out of their life as ConCom takes to plan and fundraise for what we call con suites, and they can hit a variety of things. In the past, we've had a tavern, a electric chair, we've had a movie room.
There was a science lab one year.
There was a science
Yes,
lab,
there was.
yeah. We've had one that was referred to as the departure lounge.
There was like a cyberpunky thing last year with lots of cool neon lights and stuff.
Yes, that one was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we've also had Hogwarts, and of course we have the anime suite that's always decked out nice and
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
place for the anime fans to go.
And
We've
it's a good
had
place
an
to hang
elf
out,
quest
too,
room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
The
no, they got
Princess
super.
Men, the
Ooh, yeah.
STW, SFW.
SFW.
Lots of different groups and lots of just individuals. This year we have a group that does medieval nights, so they'll have a place to relax. They always have great food. We've got a wonderful keyhole suite this year. Rhonda, who is the sales manager for the hotel in which we have the convention, and has been attending on her own for the last decade or so, is stepping up her game with us, and we'll be running the keyhole, which will provide food and beverage at a reasonable cost, and just a place to sit and relax.
That's
so
great.
definitely check out the hospitality floor.
Yeah.
You are just as likely to find our guests up on our guests of honor up on the hospitality floor having a drink or grabbing something to eat as you are to find them in their panels.
I actually really enjoyed that last year. Was I know we were in touch with Kamikaze Snowman last year.
Yeah.
And was it Josh came in
Yep.
and hung out with us on the hospitality floor? And
Well, that is kind of the cool thing. One of the
Yeah,
cool,
just come in.
unique Keycon things, I suppose.
yeah,
Is just sort of hanging out with the
yeah,
guests
they're really
without having to pay extra.
they can really
Accessible.
immerse themselves in it, however that looks like to them and however they're comfortable doing it, and that was really cool because I felt more comfortable talking to other artists and things like that and people about whatever basically, and just kind of chilling and shooting the shit.
Yeah, and it's a very social atmosphere, right? I mean,
It
I've
is.
done everything from sitting there playing board games with guests to, randomly starting a role-playing game and stuff like that. And
I remember the year was, oh my gosh, it was like my second or third year I sat down at a table to have a drink with a friend, and one of the guests joined us. I didn't even know they were the guests. And
Oh,
we
really?
started talking with them, and it's like, so what made you decide to come to Keycon? They're like, well, I'm one of your guests of honor. I'm like, oh,
You're like, cool.
who are you?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's Michael Shearer. I'm like, Wow.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
I find that that's a very unique aspect of this con.
Yep.
As someone who's a newbie, is I really enjoyed that, and I liked getting a hotel room, and we got a hotel room this year again, and just being able to have your room, but also go back and forth. I found that was really cool and comforting, and also just walking around and meeting people, and it's very unique. I love it.
So moving down a couple of floors in the hotel to the terrace is where our gamers get set up, and you've got all sorts. Long, involved, hours and hours, butt going numb games, to the quick pickup cards or dice or anything like that. You can see just about all of it in our games room. Our games room is run by Gametoba.
Okay.
And they bring in their games library, so there's always tons of options. And we definitely encourage our guests who come out to bring, if there are any particular games that they're looking to play, for sure, bring them out. There's almost always someone looking to do something.
Yeah.
in the games
Yeah.
room.
I think it's super awesome to work with Gametoba and get the conventions to all hang out and work
Oh
together.
yeah.
Which is super cool.
Game of Tube was also really good about bringing people in who they basically have like a demo team that comes in and go, these people know how to play the majority of these games. So if you want to play one of these games that are in their games library, walk in and play. It's that simple,
Yeah.
right?
Awesome. Yeah.
And it's as easy as saying, hey, I don't know how to play this. Is anybody available? And
Yeah.
they'll happily sit down with you and teach you the game and play with you.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing is, the room runs pretty much the whole evening. So
That's awesome. Yeah.
Pretty much runs 24/3. When it opens on Friday,
When it
opens on Friday.
sorry, when it opens on
brain
Friday,
shut
pretty
down.
much stays open until
Till whenever.
Until,
I like as
like-
long as they have somebody in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll have stuff the whole time.
Yeah, and you'll see us as quest givers there going back and forth, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I'll have a bag of games that
Oh, yeah.
I'll be bringing.
Yeah.
That will be also probably do some streaming in there too.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Do a game or two.
What?
I don't know, I just said, do some streaming in there.
Streaming? What
Secret
would you
messages,
have?
who knows?
In case, just for everybody out there, in case I mix this up back and forth, when I say guests, I mean those who we've asked to come in, such as Tanya Huff or Lee Moyer. When I say members, I mean those who have purchased a membership to the convention
The
to come and
attendees.
spend the
attendees.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
Attendees.
That's
Yeah.
a very good clarification.
Yes.
Thank you.
Why don't you talk about dealer's room?
Well, I was gonna, because we're on
We're on
terrace.
13. Let's start
I was
out.
gonna go. Well, I was
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
go to
not
the other
not
side of
13,
terrace.
Terrace.
Because the other side of terrace is where the Emerald Annex is going to be, which is
Yes.
going to be our kids program.
Nice.
Which I want to, because we're working on. There's 3 anniversary themes for the year, which are all super awesome.
Yeah.
So almost all the kids programming gets to work off Wizard of Oz,
Nice.
because Wizard of Oz is the 80th anniversary.
That's it. Oh, I didn't even know
I
about
didn't
that
know
one.
that.
Yeah, that was sort of. We found that out after we made the pitch for everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's also
Cool.
the 80th anniversary of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like
Nice.
all the kids programming is going to be themed off of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Mama Cat, who is super awesome, everybody loves her, is going to run that whole space and turn it into the Emerald Annex. So
Nice.
the
Very
Emerald
cool.
City with
Uh,
like gold bricks and stuff coming up
kinda
coming up
jealous.
those stairs.
yeah, there's something about a Yellow Brick Road being built by the kids. I'm really excited to see
Yeah,
that.
that's exciting.
Yeah,
But-
and the kids would love. What was she asking for? Toilet paper rolls.
Raffia.
Raffia.
Okay.
Those little birdhouse kits that you can get at like Dollarama.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Will mean more for the kids to do, and so if you've got something you can donate, bring it on down to the con with you. We'll make sure it gets to the right people.
Now, when you say toilet paper rolls,
You
just
mean
the roll
like the
itself?
empty
Just
ones.
Yeah,
the
the
empty-
empty roll.
Just
The-
making
the
sure.
craft.
The crafting
The
crafting
the
aspect.
important craft
The craft
portion of the
center
toilet
of
roll.
it, of the roll.
Yeah, the sentiment that we all just throw out.
How you empty the toilet roll is up to you.
Yes.
Just don't do it at con.
I like to
That's
make wedding dresses out of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then just
We
jump
need
in
to
a pool.
stream that.
That's a private thing.
Oh, it's okay. Sure.
So from kids, we go to the teens, which there's some new special programming that we've planned for the teens in mind.
Okay.
There is the teen hangout sections of con. It's on the grid. They have hours put aside in some of our rooms on floor 12, I believe.
Yeah, Ambassador G, 8
Thank you.
p.m. to 11 on Friday.
Okay.
And then Saturday is probably around the same time.
8 p.m. Yeah, 8
Yeah.
p.m. to 9 on Saturday, because then the social.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then teen law from basically from 2 p.m. to the end of convention.
All right.
So
That voice you're hearing off camera is Alex, just who's able to see a lot of the stuff that we can't see while we're running the stream. It's like the producer that you get on
Yeah,
a
she's a
radio
producer.
show who's quickly calling up the music and
Yeah.
cues that the host just randomly mentioned.
Yeah.
she is
Doing
phenomenal.
all the
She's
work
doing
in the back.
The hard job.
Oh, she is. Yeah.
So yeah, the teens now have their own little hangout where they can play games, decide what they're doing for the rest of the night, what they plan to do the next day, just to get together and start making those friendships that us as adults have all crafted
Yeah.
while we're
Yeah.
there.
True.
We're going to give the teens a little bit of a help so they have a
Okay.
central location to go and hang out, and
Yeah.
that's not going to interrupt the children's programming so they don't feel like they have to play with the
That makes
kids.
sense.
That's
Yeah.
great. I'm really glad that we're getting that.
That's amazing. Yeah. 'Cause
As
especially
someone
if
who's
they've been going for a
brought
long
kids to
time.
conventions over the years, that's something that's been missing, and it's a really nice thing to see.
Yeah,
for
it's,
sure.
it's a good expansion as all the con kids get older and
Yeah.
provide
Yeah.
that
Yeah, they
space.
are.
Yeah.
And
They
I-
don't feel like they have to be in
Do-do-do.
between or work. Yeah, they can just like actually have their own space. What is that going to look like? Is it just going to be a hangout place?
It's just a hangout. So
Yeah.
the idea is like it's a teen clubhouse.
Nice.
No parents really allowed.
Oh,
it's
great.
their space.
Yeah.
They can decide what they want to do.
That's awesome.
If they want to go and see if Game of Toba will lend them a couple board games
Yeah.
and steal it and go down to the little hole, that's up to them.
Awesome.
So
Yeah,
I
they
know
get their own.
Beck is working with Laird to kind of come up with a pseudo
Actually,
plan.
Just came on and said hi.
Oh, hey, Larry,
Yeah.
there you are.
Hey, Laird.
Speaking of
Just
which,
Laird.
literally just jumped on.
Stop being so tall.
So yeah, no kidding. He's
Yeah,
him
Larry,
and-
stop, get shorter.
Yeah. So two of our long-term teenagers who have been attending since they were babes themselves
Right.
are really just kind of trying to figure out what they want to do, and they're going to be hosting and
Nice. That's great.
trying to get the teens together.
I love that. Yeah. Because I did notice that there was a lot of that middle age group that was like for the teens, that
Yeah.
were running around, and they do their own thing, but it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's a great. I would have never thought of that, and that's great. It gives
Yeah.
them an opportunity to have their own space.
There's a rumor about a teen scavenger hunt my kid's been putting together.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but
Competition
yeah.
for the quest gear.
I know.
Yeah.
They didn't talk to us
They didn't
about
talk to
that.
us about that, but I imagine a lot of the teens will be grabbing the quests
We
from
should,
us.
yeah, they should talk to us and see about giving them a Teen Quest Giver badge or something.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
If they're
Talk to us,
watching, by all
please.
means, message us after the show.
Yeah, we could totally try and coordinate a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got it. We're just wrapping up our prep for Quest Giver stuff.
Yeah, we'll be posting some pictures of some prizes and prize packages that'll be going up, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that towards the end of the show tonight.
Cool.
So where were we though? So we were.
We're on
So
12.
we're now on 12.
Yeah, now we're on
which
12.
Also includes our pinball room that's hosted by Yuri.
Right.
Every year, Yuri's been
Fun.
awesome and raises funds, and out of his own pocket, we'll bring in a whole bunch of pinballs themed to our event from a couple local game owners in Manitoba.
Yeah.
So he's got a pinball tournament that he's working on with some prizes, and everybody's always excited to see the pinball.
Oh yeah.
Plus, of course,
It'll be
registration is on 12, so
Yeah.
you have to hit 12.
Yes.
Yep.
There is
Yeah.
no choice. You have to go to 12.
Well, don't forget about the marketplace and the art show is on 12.
Yeah.
It is,
Yes.
which is also open to the public.
Oh.
Most people don't realize that the marketplace, as well as our art show, is open to the general public. You do not need to have a membership badge to come into these events.
That's really good to know. Yeah.
You do need a membership badge to bid on art in the
Okay.
art auction, but we do have quick sale pieces in there as well.
Nice. Yeah. And maybe if someone comes and checks that out and they decide they want to come to Keycon, they could register, right? And just,
Oh, yeah.
The registration's right
Yeah.
there.
And,
Yeah.
and that's open all weekend, right? Correct?
Yes.
It's literally happened many times where people have come in just to take a peek at something
Yeah.
and then bought a membership.
Yeah.
We have a question from the chat, apparently.
From Luna Child. I heard that your fourth chair has disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Comments?
We did not eat her.
I'm pretty sure that
I
before
don't
you jumped
think-
in, we should have said
What?
we reserve the right to not comment.
We said you can't do that, though.
I think she was delicious. Oh, wait, we
Okay.
didn't eat her.
No, we didn't eat
Didn't
her.
eat
I thought you said we did.
Do you know
Well-
what rainbow tastes like?
I mean, she would
Oh.
taste like rainbows.
Skittles. They
Skittles.
taste like Skittles.
Katie is so
Our-
sweet and innocent, she would have.
Katie is prepping herself up for next week, which unfortunately means battling a bit of a cold, which we'd hope that she's able to beat down
Yeah.
before
Before
next
the
weekend
con.
because
now,
we need you in
and
fighting
not later.
form.
And we're happy she's not here giving it to us
That's
before
true.
the event.
Yeah.
yes.
Maybe she's the temporal death.
There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, Katie, now is your chance. Jump through that temporal loop I sent you.
Tell us what the future is.
So, we are on 12. We've talked about the dealer's room, or marketplace. We've
Yep.
talked about the art show. We've talked about Reg, the pool, pinball machines.
Also, on the 12th floor this year, from 11:30 to 2, there will be Girl Guide cookies. $5 flat a box from 11:30
Are they
a.m.
the-
until 2 p.m.
Now,
Which
the
ones?
important
Yeah.
question is, are they the good ones?
That we
Well,
can.
it'd be up to them.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
they bring.
cannot comment one way or the other whether they are made with actual Girl Guides or not.
Well, that's important to know, too.
Which ones are the good ones?
I think the good
Thin
ones,
Mints.
the wafer, the ones with the
The
Oreo.
mint and- yeah, the mint.
I
The
don't
Oreo,
like
the
Girl Guide
knockoff
cookies. Am I
Oreos.
the weird one?
Yes.
You
I-
hate, well, you don't like Girl Guide?
Society
I hate
says
Girl
the
Guide
Thin Mints.
cookies.
Oh no. I've eaten so many of those ones that I honestly now have started eating the other ones, the one that come with the vanilla and the chocolate.
Those are the good ones.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the ones that
No,
Carol's talking
Carol's
about.
wrong. And the good ones are the ones that have the.
Wrong is not a nice word. We don't use that word on Geek Chat.
We do.
Sandwich cookies.
That's the technical term, sandwich cookies.
We do. Uh-oh.
I just call them the good ones.
The good ones.
I'm gonna be the only one sitting there going, I don't need Girl Guide cookies.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So-
More
You
for all
can
of
save
you.
money.
So we
Yeah.
encourage everyone to stop by and buy a Girl Guide cookie and give one to Jen. Phoenix.
Jen.
Who's Jen?
Who's
Yeah.
Jen? Phoenix. Phoenix Richard
I think you
Denton.
misspoke there.
I did.
Oh,
Then
there's
they
so
can't
many
buy. They
names.
have to buy a whole box, so they can just spread it around to whoever they want.
Yeah.
Say thank you to your.
You
geeky
don't have to
people.
eat them. You just have to buy them.
That should be like their
So,
slogan.
Moving down to the 11th floor is programming space, including our big room, Ambassador A,
Okay.
which will have all sorts of awesome things in it, including your big Nerf battle.
We,
We
promise
have-
to do our best not to get nurse
There'll be Vikings
stuck
in
in
there.
the
The
There'll be
chandeliers this year?
Jedi's in there.
What?
There will
There'll
also
be people with swords and people dancing and loud
At the
musical
same
instrument
time?
things.
entirely possible.
all at the same
The
time.
social
Nerf
will be
swords,
there.
dancing.
Okay. And that's the one where you go out on the floor and out the elevators. And last year we didn't have it, I believe, right?
That's
Right.
correct.
So you go down the stairs into
That's
that one.
correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Just trying
and
to make
that
sure
yeah,
I'm
that's where
picturing
the
it right.
social will be on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the masquerade will be in there too.
Oh,
And
Yes,
I
it
believe
will be.
opening and closing ceremonies are in there as well.
Yes.
Nice.
Which includes the ice cream social.
Good old
Okay,
ice cream.
we have
Social.
we have a couple of off-screen questions.
You've been outvoted, Cliff, for the mint ones.
Dun, dun, dun.
Go Twitch chat.
That's why you just don't pick a side. You just say I like cookies.
I like cookies. in fairness, I do eat the Thin Mint ones too. Was there any other questions, Alex?
Or is
Someone
it-
asked about Ambassador C
the
and
Aurora
audiovisual
thing.
presentation.
The 11th floor also
That
has
is true. The Ambassador C
Okay.
will be the audiovisual
Thank you,
room.
Lori. Yeah.
Where we'll have the projector and people that are making cool presentations and slideshows and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that
And
in
attach
the
the thing and
Okay, is that in the programming? Can we see that, or is it just sort of an ongoing thing?
No, it's invisible.
Yes, all of the
I have a
programming
scratch.
is on our program grid.
Okay.
Yes.
Any programming specifically that had specific requests for an audiovisual component
Oh,
have been put into Ambassador C
that makes sense.
in order to lessen the load for our fantastic tech person
Okay.
so that he doesn't have to run all over the convention
That's
setting stuff up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So his wife could keep him in the art show room when he's useful.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, Ambassador C is the one with all the pretty pictures.
Okay.
Alex.
Oh, we have hands up. Alex, go ahead.
Will Club Elevate be back?
Ooh.
I will actually.
That-
I will answer that because I have spoken to it. We do not know whether it will be back or not because Club Elevate is not actually run by Keycon or as
Oh,
part of
right.
Keycon. It is
It
run.
just sort of happens.
It happens by the person who does it,
I love that.
who's an awesome person, but he makes those arrangements directly with the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Because
Which
Club-
we appreciate.
Because
Yes.
Club Elevate is obviously it's a rave party type thing that is in an elevator, and the elevators are not convention space.
That's
No.
true. Yeah.
That's right.
It's a really cool feature, though.
It's
is-
really neat, but he's also done it a number of years, so we
Yeah.
can never say whether it'll be
It's
back
true.
or not.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
And
no,
one
no.
of the fun things about it is that it is a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can pop up either Saturday or Sunday depending on the hotel staff, and our Club Elevate
Okay.
persons.
Gotcha.
Anybody wanting to run Club Elevator will be shut down, aside from this one person, because
Okay.
we've had other people go, "Hey, I want to run it."
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
not
this
gonna
is
happen.
this is specific
Arrangements are
thing.
made specifically
It
with
is
the
made-
hotel in
yes.
advance.
Has that person ever run like a hospitality suite that like
Oh.
they called
Oh,
Club Elevate?
No.
No.
But he runs a
No.
hospitality
I just-
suite
oh, yeah.
every year.
He
Oh,
owns a
yeah.
hospitality suite that's been around damn
Do I
near
know
since the
this
beginning.
person?
Probably.
Just kidding.
You might know them to see them.
Okay, never mind, but not met them. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's one of those nice little
It's cool.
happenings.
You'll have to come next week to find out.
Yep.
Yep.
It'll be a
It'll be a
surprise.
It is a pop-up Club Elevate.
It is.
That would be definitely what they call a pop-up.
Pop-up elevators? you
Pop
mean?
up and down.
What would they
And
call
up.
that? Like a pop-up
And down.
store. It's not a store. It's
Yeah.
a
Well,
pop-up
elevators
range.
do go up and down, and popping is up and down.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
a pop-up elevator?
That just sounds terrifying.
It sounds like an elevator
It sounds
jumping
like
up and down. Yeah.
the big drop rides at like Disney.
Okay.
Okay, who?
Anything else on 11th?
There's Ambassador B.
Yeah, with more panels.
Because there's 3 rooms.
Yeah.
So we have all the things and
Yeah.
things.
So when you look
But-
at the schedule, it'll show which ambassador.
Exactly. But
on
more,
this one.
the biggest point for Ambassador B is the sing-along, which is now on Friday,
Okay.
when in the past it's been on Sunday. So that's a nice, cool change.
Yeah. What do
And
we do at the sing along?
We sing along.
Well,
'Cause-
it is.
Do
What do
we-
we sing?
what do we sing along
It
to?
was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Was their last feature.
Okay.
They also have Dr. Horrible sing along blog
Nice.
and Buffy.
Okay.
The sing along.
Once
Once
with
more with
feeling.
feeling.
There you
It's all
go.
running the same night, and it's
Yeah,
Okay.
all
very cool.
sequential, and it's been moved to Friday.
Yeah.
So it's a nice, cool shebang beginning to the whole
That
weekend.
sounds like fun. I might
8
try
p.m.
that.
to 1 a.m.
Awesome.
And it might run a little
What the
over
ghost voice said.
The Ghost Voices informed us that the sing-along goes from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Don't get that confused with Katie, who's in the temporal shift
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah,
don't
that's a
get the
diff-
voice.
That's
The
different.
Ghost Voice is not the mysterious fourth chair who's lost in
That was
time
the-
apparently. But you guys need like a TARDIS so that when you do
I was
your
just gonna
opening
say this like a
ceremonies,
Doctor Who episode.
Katie can come out of the TARDIS because she's come out of the time temporal
yeah.
trap that she's
Yeah.
in.
Oh, okay.
Sure, why not?
All right.
We'll get on that.
Yeah.
Talk to Mike.
Talk to
Dr.
Artist Emporium. They have one on
Oh.
display right now, actually.
Yeah, we were
that's
there
good.
yesterday and saw it.
Or maybe she can come out of the Doctor Who pinball machine if that comes
Yeah.
out.
That would be so funny. Jump out from behind.
Yeah.
Yuri is commenting about the whack room.
Okay. What about the whack room?
Set to bring back the goodies like dope, snacks, and gaming back room.
What's a whack room?
The
WAC is the Winnipeg Anime
Anime Club?
Club.
It is,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
It's the person who does Club Elevate also does
The whack room.
the whack room.
The whack room.
So, Dote is their signature drink.
Okay.
It's sugar.
It's
Is that what
sugar
it is?
upon more
okay.
sugar
And
upon.
isn't it like
more
also
sugar.
made with like Pitsy sticks or something?
I don't know.
Yeah. Actually,
Is
it
that the garnish? That's all.
That's why I don't remember last year.
It is a diabetic coma in a cup.
Oh, amazing. And then have it with your like chocolate shooter
Drink
from
of
the
the
chocolate
elves.
fountain.
Drink of the elves. Oh, those poor elves.
Okay, so we've gone through all the main floors of the convention, right?
Yeah.
Alex.
I
Oh,
think
we have
so.
another question from the voice.
Yuri would like everyone to know that he'll be running the pinball tournament from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday.
There you go.
Awesome.
Okay.
There you go.
Ta-da!
And there's prizes we talked about for that as well.
We
Yes.
talked about the
Yeah,
pinball
sure,
tournament
yeah.
earlier,
Yes, that's
but
it.
definitely there'll be more of that.
Gotta just.
Okay.
I'm working really hard to sit still.
Do you want some water?
No, I'm
no,
okay.
it's just I have a bad back, so
Yeah,
sitting
it's
on
a-
this couch, you
Yeah.
just kind of start sliding.
Yeah. Have to readjust.
So, we have more questions from the voice. Voice question, fire away.
Borealis Aurora, if they are hired, why are they caged? Where there are monkeys, terrible space monkeys?
They were.
What do you got against space monkeys?
Go, Aurora Borealis.
I'm not
I'm a
sure.
little lost on
I'm
that
a little
one,
lost in
sorry.
that. I think that might be part of something from an earlier chat or something.
That was, you were saying I was hired to help.
Oh.
Oh.
Somebody's calling you a space monkey? It's kind of mean.
And caged in a corner. Leave it up to Aurora Borealis to point
He only
that
he
out.
only gets caged like 2 hours a day.
And she likes it. That's
I paid for this?
fine.
Yeah.
but
Hey,
it
you know, my
was-
starting wage is $20 an hour.
Bringing it back to talking about Keycon.
Back to talking about Keycon, not how much my wife costs.
I feel like we.
Hey, that came out all wrong.
Wow.
I feel like we should just aim the camera over at them and just stop talking and like just put this list in front of them.
And let them go.
Yeah, so we were on 11. We've talked about ambassadors. ABC.
ABC, we've talked kind of about all the main convention floors. We've talked about
Yep.
the 15.
Yeah.
Underneath that is parking, obviously.
Yep.
And then there's the lobby, which we really don't do much in.
Nope.
No, well, hold on. The lobby is where the Starbucks is.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that's important.
I do occasionally need a translator when I go to Starbucks.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I also need to.
Occasionally, like every
I
time
also
I
need
go.
to make sure I don't get other people's drinks.
Yes. That was fun last year.
I just like being a pest at Starbucks and saying, I would like the middle size.
The middle one, yeah.
I literally grabbed Jessie, the person doing your program with last year, and said I needed help at Starbucks. Walked in, dragged her into Starbucks, not really explaining what I wanted to do I think it was last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And I ordered tea. I said, and I looked right at Jessie, like I was talking to through a translator. I said, "Tell them I want a large tea with 3 sugar." And she looked like she had no idea what I was talking about, and like I was insane. And then told them in Starbucks speak what it was I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, my husband makes a game of it. He will say small, medium, or large, and he believes that if they say small, medium, or large back instead of the venti or grande, that he's won.
Does he get his drink for free or something?
No, it's just all in his head.
No tip, maybe. We've got our producer telling us something.
Oh, producer, is there a hand up again?
Will there be a vampire lord? Asked by Larry McNair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still one plan. We still have it on the schedule. It is currently being headed up by Nako and Kevin Doc Wilson.
What does a vampire life entail? Like, do people schedule ahead of time and get involved, or is it like a drop in? And
I believe on Friday there's like sort of an hour part where it's kind of an introduction where you get to set up your characters,
cool.
sort of get out of the scenario,
Okay.
and then you can jump into the LARP, and the LARP can pretty much just take place anywhere in the convention.
Neat. So if people want to join, they can go to that first session. It's on the schedule. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Just wanted to make sure because I was like, cool. That sounds fun.
And Nako and Doc are super awesome, and they will take care of y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Will they give us hugs? Just kidding.
Good luck.
Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
If
know.
they take care of y'all, I like hugs.
Oh, you can always ask, right?
Yeah.
Just ask permission.
I like hugs.
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys want to focus on about like this year's con, that like things that are in the floors, or other than Starbucks being in the lobby? I don't think we have anything in the basement.
I don't think I heard that. What was that? Starbucks is in the
Starbucks,
lobby?
Starbucks is not sponsoring this show. Unlike,
yes.
unlike Game of
Not yet.
Thrones.
I don't know why I pointed my eye. I'm like,
There'll be
Different way
lots
to
of other
Yeah.
events that we've sort of touched on. Opening ceremonies on Friday, followed by the ice cream social. There will be Dixie cups, chocolate, vanilla, and twist, provided by Sergeant Sunday.
Yay, Sergeant
So-
Sunday.
So good.
Yep. And we have the social on Saturday, as well as the masquerade is Saturday afternoon and evening.
Okay.
Masquerade or costume contest. So
Okay.
our
yeah.
members put a lot of work into their costumes, and they get up, and some of them dance around the stage, some of them just walk up and down the stage, and show off some of their absolutely incredible work. And
And
it's-
people, I find, wear costumes like all throughout the weekend and
Oh, yeah.
Like hall
change.
costumes.
And
Hall
that was,
costumes.
yeah, I kind of did partial costumes, and that was fun throughout the weekend.
Some of them
So-
even get help walking down the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Is
on
it-
Sunday, we have the live art auction on 12 at 1 o'clock.
'Kay.
So that's always a fun time.
Okay.
Our auctioneers are hilarious.
Yeah.
The people who run our art is funny because it's just like, keep going, go, go, go. And
Yeah.
like it's constant giggles
That's
in
awesome.
that
Okay.
event.
And we have a question from the producer.
Luna Child asks, who's the charity?
our-
I was just going to bring that up, to be
Yep.
honest.
yeah.
Call?
Go talk about the art show, and we're a charity for the weekend. For the weekend, we're going to be raising funds towards Rainbow Resource
Nice.
Center.
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 Yes.
Yeah, which is an awesome program. Check them out. They've got all sorts of different things for grown-up adults,
All the way to the children. Too,
all the way
now.
down to the children and the
Yeah.
youth. They're a fantastic organization, and besides what they offer, they also can put you in contact with a lot of other different resources.
And I think, from what I've heard, they're going to be having some pamphlets on hand about the resources that they do offer and such as well.
We will have pamphlets on the table beside registration of different departments that they offer and what they do offer.
Okay.
In art showroom, we have a secondary way you can donate directly to the Rainbow Resource.
Nice.
There will be pronoun buttons as well as pride buttons.
Okay.
There for donations.
Okay.
Because we suggest anywhere from a $2 to $5 donation.
Yeah. Awesome.
Take a button that you
That's
want
great.
that says your pronoun
Yeah. What a good
and
idea.
show your pride. Be
Yeah.
it, you know, you just get a regular pride one, you get one of the ally buttons we have, or
Yeah.
you get your specific flag
Yeah.
within it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
That's great.
And we have space on our website for donating to our charities. And stop doing that! It's distracting.
What is she doing?
I think the producer is distracting
Tell me
the
I'm
host,
wrong,
or the,
or maybe that's just what I'm used to hearing
No,
from
no,
people.
Luna Child's just saying I was surprised none of them had figured out who this is.
I know who you are.
I know who it is.
I think you're all ignoring who you are.
No. I mentioned. I don't want to connect your name with your name.
I don't want to out anybody.
No.
It's not my place to
Don't
say
worry,
who
we know
it
who
is.
you are, Luna Child.
That's true.
And we
Well,
love you.
We do. I don't know if they do.
They probably do. I don't pay attention to anybody.
Okay.
That's right. It's all
You just don't know
Charles
who
all
anyone
the time.
is. Like, who are we?
Anyway, so the charity thing also culminates in the closing ceremonies, where we'll do a live auction to throw pies at certain volunteers. Such as me.
Wow.
Nice.
Really?
not
Yes.
me.
And our temporal
Yes.
chair has also volunteered as well.
Stepped up.
Oh, way
Okay,
to go.
well, I don't have much money, but I know where it's going now.
Now, do we get to pick what type of pies? Like, can we get like chocolate cream pies?
No,
apple
no,
pies,
Mustard pie.
mustard pie, lemon
Happy I
meringue.
tapped out of this one.
Yeah. Don't make it worse than it
Bring
already
your own
is.
pie.
It's a bring your own pie event.
No.
There will
No,
be
it's not.
no, it's not. There will be two
Cement
kinds
pie.
of pie, but it's up to the person that's getting the pie in the face which
Yeah.
one they want.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I
I love
had
how
to
he's
tap
funny.
out of this one. Just to be
Yeah.
fair, the reason why I tapped out is because both of the pies we chose that will be thrown at us, I have allergies to.
Oh no. Okay, good
So
call.
it's not me
Wah.
being mean
Yeah.
and not wanting to do this. I
Of
do
course.
want to do this,
Yeah.
but I would prefer not to be sent to the hospital.
That makes sense.
We would prefer not to have to
Yeah.
send you to the
I feel
hospital.
like I feel like I hope everyone agrees with that because if
Yeah.
they don't, then we're just
They're lost. Yeah.
they're lost.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get a couple more people over the weekend to step up. Otherwise,
I'm seeing a look in my way.
otherwise, yeah.
Do you
it's
guys
done.
wanna-
Pie
do
the
you
quest
guys-
giver?
I
Do you
think
guys want to
and-
pie the quest giver, the host of this stream?
Oh my
well, one of
goodness.
the
Yes,
quest
so much
givers.
fun.
One of the quest givers. We should do a vote.
I don't know if,
Oh, wait,
if,
wait,
if our
I'm sorry.
producer has her hand up because she has a question or she wants a pie.
Wait, actually, I think the producer's volunteering to be pied. She has her hand up.
Oh.
Whenever you have that
No, wait,
discussion.
that's not her hand. That's her
No,
middle
I
finger.
actually have a question from Borealis Aurora.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Is there a
we're-
problem with live streaming from the event? Do we need to make it known ahead of time if we plan to?
Oh, good idea. Good question.
It's actually not something we've actually had come up
That is a
before.
very good
Even this
question.
question. That is an
Yeah.
extremely good question.
Well, you live streamed your sketch event 2 years
Yeah.
ago, but you
Yeah.
only kept it on the artwork.
Yeah,
Okay.
we live streamed. Actually, we've live streamed the past 2 years the art events that I've been involved in to
Yeah.
Twitch, and yeah, we don't usually live stream the panels because we don't want people.
Like
You know.
feeling like
That-
So if you're live streaming, are you planning on just live streaming yourselves and questions come from off screen, or?
Well, we're doing a live stream on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
like
that's
a scheduled
a
live
scheduled
stream.
live
Yeah.
stream. We'll probably do some other live streaming from the gaming room,
Yeah.
which will focus specifically on our game table
Yeah.
and the players at it.
We are very careful about not
But
catching
as
other,
far as
trying to
the
catch other people.
yeah,
Yeah.
as
But
far as the live stream goes on Saturday with like the Geek Chat show, we haven't really worked out all the logistics. Likely, what we will do is have one camera that's going to be on a section where people can sit if they want to be on camera, and a thing where they can join in and such.
Now, just to clarify, Aurora Borealis, he's also a Twitch streamer. He does Twitch streaming for gaming and
Right.
other things. So I'm thinking he's more talking about himself.
I
Like,
think
if
so
he were
too,
to
yeah.
attend, can he Twitch stream?
Yeah.
And I think I don't have a problem with it as long as he's not, as long as you're not Twitch streaming the whole entire panel
Yeah.
because it is a paid event. We do want you to come down and see it. We do not mind if you Twitch stream,
Yeah.
pre-events,
He's saying he's gonna
post-events.
selfie stream.
Yeah, I'm
Selfie stream
thinking,
is
like-
absolutely okay.
Oh, yeah.
Even walking around, though, I'm wondering if, like, do signs need to, like, that's where maybe he's wondering, you know what I mean? Where
Okay,
they say, like,
so by law, in order to put somebody onto your live stream, you have to notify them that they're on a live stream. They have to agree with it verbally with you or
Okay.
on the camera.
Okay.
When it comes to crowded events like that, if there's crowd shots of people walking by, that
Yeah.
is fine
Okay,
as long as
that's
they keep
probably what the
walking.
word was, maybe.
So yeah,
It's a vlog.
it's
Okay.
a vlog.
Yeah, yeah.
He's doing a live set vlog, which is
Yeah.
fine. I don't have a problem with that as long as it's
Yeah.
not just on live stream our
That's a
whole
good
entire
question,
panel.
though,
That,
yes.
I think that's great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the walking around stuff sounds cool.
I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the cosplays,
Good
it
question.
comes down to ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ask and then see what they say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In regards to pieing,
Uh-oh.
Raven Song 42 says not it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And she agrees that the quest giver should be pied.
yeah.
And Larry McNair says he's also willing to be pied.
Oh,
Hey, they
Larry,
need to
little
clarify
buddy.
which quest giver.
You.
I would actually volunteer. I would totally volunteer for that.
Maybe we'll both get popped.
Okay, just saying, it's now on
We'll
stream.
figure it
and we
out.
have
I know.
a
We
record.
said
You
maybe.
can count because you're
I-
the quest givers. You
yeah.
can count as one
As-
unit and get pie at the same time.
We'll figure it
Or
out.
like put two of us there and be like, pie one of us. Which one are you gonna choose?
Who do you want to buy?
Green
Oh,
or
wow.
blue pill or red pill?
I know which one I would pick.
Raven Song says both of you.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that. If you do it, I'll do it.
All right, I will get pied for charity.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah. You got some more pie receivers?
Pies?
Pies, paellas.
Pied?
That's a whole separate thing.
That's-
Paella is a dish.
Oh, okay. We have more from the producer.
How many suites are we having this year in total?
Good question.
Hey, Raven.
So, let's see. We've got our
Can we
keyhole.
name them? We've got Keyhole.
Yep.
We've got the Medieval Knights.
Okay.
We have
This is useful information.
It
for us.
is.
we
Yes.
have
That's the name.
Dandelion.
Yeah.
We have
The Whack Room.
Bears Den Whack. We have Bears
Bears Den.
Den Books.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun.
Oh, we have the
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 Mad Max themed one.
There's the medieval nice group.
Grease
No, we have the
Oh no,
Grease
that's
Trap
the grease trap. Yeah, yeah.
on Friday and Saturday, and that room will then become 2020's room for
Sunday.
talking up the convention on Sunday.
So that one doesn't. 2020 doesn't count. So we're at 6.
Oh.
No, 2020 counts, but it doesn't count for what we need to count for as
Yeah.
quest givers.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a side
And we
dish.
have
Yeah,
the-
but the grease trap is in there for the other 2 days.
Sorry?
Yeah, but that's fine.
Tamagotchi.
Cardboard Carnival.
Thank you.
Tamagotchi,
That's the one I
that's-
was trying
yeah.
to remember.
If
And
Katie
I
was
think that's
here,
Spanish.
she
If
would
if,
do it for
if
us.
only Katie was here to remind us.
I know, right?
If she wasn't lost in time.
Last year there was like a bigger room that you guys called it something. Keycon calls it something. That's like the main hot.
Yeah,
The
so we
official
call it
hospitality
the
suite?
official hospitality
Yeah.
suite,
Yeah.
and that's the keyhole.
That's the keyhole.
And-
Perfect.
Operations.
And of course,
There's-
operations,
Yeah,
can be
operations.
found on the 15th
Yes,
floor.
very important.
Actually, that's a great
Segue.
segue. Operations can be found on the 15th floor when you come off the elevators and walk down the little hall. We're the first room on your left.
Okay.
There is a public bathroom available there on the 15th floor. Everyone use your manners for a public bathroom.
Yeah. It's
I
also
really
gender-
don't want to have to clean up after you.
It's also gender neutral, right? That way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You can also usually find lost and found either in operations or in registration.
Okay.
And if you have any problems or you need a quiet space or something like that, you can find operations. Producer, can I have the operations badge, please?
I can get it.
It exists somewhere.
Yeah, we have new badges this year for our staff.
Yeah.
Buttons
Yes.
everywhere.
So for the
Stop
operations
throwing
folk on
pins.
staff,
I
Okay,
just
we're-
got whacked. Boom.
there you go. So you can find someone that has
Can you
that
pass it and
badge.
I'll hold it up to this camera. Let's see if that thinks. We'll see if that works. Can you see that?
Yep.
The cogs.
Okay. Thank you. I'll
And then we also have a new first aid badge.
First aid badge.
Yep.
First aid. So go
So-
and find someone with this if you need help.
Yep.
Yep.
Either of them, really. Right. But first aid is self-explanatory.
Are you actually first aid certified?
No, I'm just stealing the buttons.
Oh, okay.
I'm the goblin!
Right, of course.
They're shiny and they're cute.
Yes, of course.
So basically, if anything comes up, it's not like a go to reg, it's like a go to operations.
Yes.
Yes.
Your best bet is to go to operations. That being said,
Yeah.
find anybody who is identified as Concom, and we will try and point out as many of them at opening ceremonies.
Right.
They will also have a particular badge design.
All the Concom will have the badge that has the Spanish Inquisition on it.
Oh.
No, nobody expected.
Because nobody expects it.
No, not at all.
So you can find someone with the Spanish Inquisition on their badge. They are a member of Concom, and they will do their best to help you out in any way they can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's
Great.
excellent. Yeah. So lots of resources, and operations is pretty. I like it. That's on the 15th floor because it's easy to find. You
It
pass
is.
by it.
1510.
Yeah,
Thank
15,
you.
10.
Yeah. So
The
that's
I mean,
right.
operations in a lot of ways is kind of the heart of the organizing of the convention, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you need something, that's where you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the focal point.
We should mention that's where we're having our ticket draws, right, for Quest
Yeah.
Giver. I just want to mention while we're at the
Yeah, while we're
operations
talking about operations, when you earn tickets for completed quests, which you can find out more from us about that at the Tron, there will be some badges with photos of the prizes that you'll be able to enter your raffle in.
Yeah, so we'll have that at operations.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 questions from the producer over there.
2 questions.
Peace.
Okay.
Peace.
When will the rooms on 11th and 12th floor be locked by the hotel security during the night?
So our rooms are actually locked up by our hotel coordinator, and programming tends to end around midnight.
Or 1, or it's like in
Yeah.
the morning.
Midnight or 1 in the morning, and when programming ends, those rooms get locked up. Rooms like the marketplace and the
Art show.
Are not going to be open till 1 o'clock in the morning, and will be locked up at the end of art show and marketplace hours, which are posted online.
They are online.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're in the schedule.
Okay, we have another question from the chat and from the producer.
Is there parking for Keycon members?
No, there is not parking for Keycon members in the hotel parkade, but there is street parking.
You can park in there.
Yes, you
You
can
just have to
park
pay
in
for
there.
it.
But you
just
don't get a
can't pay
special
for
rate.
it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, and that's it's. I don't remember what it was, but it was reasonable. I
Yeah, it
feel
was
like.
pretty reasonable. I
Yeah.
remember last.
However, I will point out that if you have a room at the hotel that you are staying at, there is it's not included in your room, but it is reduced from someone who just drives in off the streets.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Are rooms still available? Do we know?
No idea.
We have no idea. Okay.
You'd have to call the
Ravensong?
hotel- Yeah.
Ravenson, if you're still on here listening, if you want to pipe in, the producer can let us know if there's any rooms available.
Yeah. Or check with the hotel. Call the hotel.
Yeah, it's always, you should call the hotel
Yeah.
and talk
They'll be
to
most up to date.
Sandy at the hotel during work or regular weekday hours.
Yeah.
Great.
And mention Keycon and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Art show hours of operation, according to the website, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday.
Yep.
Saturday, 11 to 6, and then 8 to 10.
Okay.
Sunday, 11 to noon. So just 1 hour to get those final bids in.
That's all you have.
Right.
And then the auction should be about approximately 1 p.m. on Sunday.
Yep.
And marketplace. The hours are 7 to 10 on Friday, 10 to 7 on Saturday, and 11 to 4 on Sunday.
Excellent. Great. That gives us a good overview. And all this is online. I know I look online all the time when I try to, like last year at least, when I was looking at the schedule and stuff. So that's very handy.
All right. So we're gonna talk briefly
Excuse me,
about.
folks. Sorry if I jostled the camera.
Nope, I got it.
There were rooms left.
Now your head's off the camera.
Okay,
Call Sandy Monday to Friday during normal business hours.
That's what I said. But
Yeah.
yes.
I know, you're smart.
you are so smart.
SMRT.
SMRT.
We should make you an SMRT badge.
We should.
And you should just steal it because you're a goblin.
With a dash.
I like the cute badge
With a
too.
dash.
Was it-
SM-RT.
RT.
We've talked about kind of all the things that are happening and planned. Well, not all the things because it couldn't be here for all the things. And we did tell these people this was going to be an hour-long podcast.
What are we at?
We're at an hour and 15,
Oh,
including
wow. Okay.
the intro stuff.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep going for a little while until people want to stop.
Yeah.
Because we still have a few more things on our list that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. we've covered a lot of it. We wanted to talk about, I guess, favorite memory. Do you
Yeah,
want to
I mean, you guys have been doing cons for years.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of our own favorite con memories, just to kind of boost the story of the convention.
Yeah, get some excitement.
And get some excited about what's coming, what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remember that. Let's keep it PG-13. I'm sure several of us have memories that were not PG-13. But let's put Phoenix on the spot and start with her.
Jeez, why me?
We're doing favorite memory.
There's so many stories I could tell you about Keycon and about my experiences. I think my favorite experiences till this day have actually helped me in my career.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with the artisans that come in as our guests, talking with other artists who are coming in to meet the artist guests, and just learning different techniques to help produce my art further than what it was when I first started.
Yeah.
I know at Keycon 20, I put in a couple pieces of my art in the art show and was so bummed out because none of them sold.
Oh,
well, one sold to my friend who did a pity bid thing just to
Yeah,
make me
yeah,
feel
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
But the problem is your name was on it.
Of
Like, come
course.
on, I know
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah. You're like, I know what you did.
Yeah, so it doesn't help. But like the years after, like I still talk to Ruth Thompson. I still talk to Ellie Williams. Lee Moyer, I'm looking forward to meeting him this year. I didn't get to meet him the year that he was our guest previous, so I didn't get to do that. But like just being introduced to the artists, being able to talk to them and just work with them like I have as the director of the art show for so many years, it's helped my career. Like,
It sounds like it's been invaluable. Yeah.
oh yeah, like I'm completely indebted to Keycon on that respect, in my personal opinion, because they helped me get to where I am now. Like I wouldn't have held the contracts I've held if it wasn't for these people.
Okay.
And like just Laurie Smith themselves, like they sat down with me for a few hours every so often, and we talked shop and what they were able to tell me too.
Yeah.
So like I've made lifelong friendships.
That's awesome. So good networking and friendship.
Beautiful
and creative
networking.
brainstorming and all of that.
Absolutely.
That's
And just the stepping stone into my own career was beautiful.
That's
I
good to
love
hear.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm going to go all over the place.
That wasn't
Speaking-
the microphone. That was
That was
Charles.
him.
That goblin.
Yeah,
Goblin
sure,
speak.
that's Goblin, pretty
That's
much.
Goblin.
I'm all over the place, really. I love Keycon just because it's got a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah.
I love for a few favorite memories the masquerade. I always like the masquerade because people come up with some very interesting and different things, and it's not just about competing in the masquerade. It's about because some people just make stuff because they want to make stuff,
Right.
and I like making stuff just because I want to make stuff.
Nice.
I was quite happy to host or be the MC for the masquerade 2 years ago when I dressed up as a goblin because I'm a goblin.
Up.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be took off the human disguise?
Shh, we don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
That's smile though.
pointy ears are fun that way. Or just spending just a whack load of time with the guests. I remember being on the 15th floor and I think the SF's room, sitting with a bunch of people and Leanna Kay, and then we were messing with Twitter and got like #Thanks Wolf to trend
Nice.
on Twitter that
Jeez,
night.
That's
Because
awesome.
that was kind of like the weird side bit of one of the longtime members of Keycon is Wolfgang.
Oh. Okay.
So we were blaming everything on Wolfgang that year for fun by saying thanks Wolf.
And now it's gone down in Twitter history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It trended on Twitter.
That's amazing.
And then we realized it was also apparently related to a football team somewhere.
Okay. Well, that probably helped.
Yeah,
That
it's
always
kind of
boosts the
funny.
signal.
Yeah.
Talking about hashtags, though, this year for Keycon, what hashtags are we promoting?
We are using #Keycon as always.
Yeah.
But we're also using #Keycon Life.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Because so many of us are lifers.
Yes, we are.
Once you're in this
Doing it forever.
And Carol, I guess do you want to go back to favorite memories? Would
Yeah.
you be comfortable with sharing
Oh,
favorite
favorite
memories?
memories?
PG.
PG.
Okay.
You missed that part. Sorry, PG.
Just want to clarify.
That
Yeah, skip
does
that one
narrow
decade.
the list a little bit.
I love how
Little
that
bit.
narrows the list.
I just want to make sure, Charles, you were done, right, with yours?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Okay.
Just
interrupt.
I
Just
honestly,
cut him off.
I'm not sure that I could pinpoint any specific one memory. I mean, I've been attending a really long time.
Okay.
Keycon is, and a lot of people say this, but Keycon is my family.
Yeah.
you know, I've got my mom, but I've got all of these other great men and women who have been there, have seen me grow up, have seen me lose my mind and volunteer to, you know, run things or run the convention
Over and over again.
over and over again.
We're on what, 3? 4?
This will be 3, next year will be 4.
There you go. Crazy.
Yeah, so my favorite guest would have been Tom Allison, who plays Pre in the space TV show Killjoys.
He is pretty awesome.
He is hilarious.
Is a hometown boy. He's from Winnipeg. He came out with one of his co-stars, Tamsin, and they had so much fun. They were absolutely everywhere. They were in the big Nerf battle that we had that year, which was hilarious, seeing Tamsin wander around in those sky-high heels with, like, this big-ass Nerf gun. Was hilarious.
Not only was it hilarious, he was holding it backwards at one point for pictures.
Yes,
and when it was pointing out to him, he was like, "Oh, I'm used to the newer model." Like without batting an eye, that was his answer.
That is a great mind right there.
Yeah. So I could not narrow it down to any one particular memory.
Okay.
Keycon is, well, hashtag Keycon life, because it is my life.
Yeah.
We, without naming names, I will say that you talked about Keycon being a family and stuff, and I remember I've had 2 daughters grow up through Keycon and turn 18 at Keycon. And I remember it didn't matter where I was. And when both of them turned 18, you know, obviously a few years apart, but both of them turned 18, and throughout the entire weekend, I didn't matter who I was, where I was, who I was talking to, I was getting random, regular updates about where they were, what they were doing, and how much they had to drink.
You're like, please, I just don't want to
And
know.
who they were with.
Oh, dear.
And I'm like, I don't want to know. Stop telling me. I know they're safe. I trust them. And I appreciate the updates and the info, but at the same time, it's just, it was literally, we were getting those updates all weekend long. Even the producer was.
Yeah.
The worst part is you're talking about this, and my little mind's going, oh my god, mine turned 16 this year. That's only 2 years away. That is a horrifying idea. Like,
yeah, and
Dad grew up in Keycon.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So.
So hashtag Keycon.
Hashtag Keycon life. What is your favorite Keycon memory? Let's throw yours in there, because I know you've got the. Of everybody here, you've got the least amount of.
Yeah, and the freshest. I feel
the
like.
freshest,
or like,
yeah.
The least amount to pick from.
This couch just eats you.
That's a good question.
It's comfy.
It is, but sorry, Charles.
I think last year was actually, I had a really good time on, I think it was I don't remember what night it was, but there was like not the social, but some sort of a dance party going on the terrace.
The tea party.
Okay.
That would have been Sunday night.
Sunday night. Okay, I was thinking Sunday because I was like, can't be Saturday because that's the social. But the social was awesome too. But just dancing was really fun with friends, new and old. And I kind of went back to the 15th floor and I went to dance and back. And just doing that alone was amazing and comfortable. And I had such a good time.
Cool.
Yeah. I know that's kind of a lame story. But
No, there's no lame stories about Keycon. They're just
That's
your
true.
stories about
Yeah.
Keycon, right?
Yeah. Well, did you answer yours? I forget.
I didn't, other than poking fun at my daughters.
Yeah.
You have a...
That was your chance.
Oh, we have a comment from the producer. Sorry, let's cut that in.
Yuri says he's looking for volunteers for the pinball tournament, particularly an announcer, a scorekeeper, and a judge.
Okay.
Ooh.
So if you're interested in helping Yuri with the pinball tournament
On Saturday.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
that was what, between 2
and 5.
5. Thank you.
Yes.
That's right.
Where can they do you want them to meet up with you, Yuri? I guess let us know.
I think
find him in the
you'd
in
probably
the
find
pinball
him in the
area.
pinball area.
Okay,
Go-
so head
go-
to the pinball area.
Look
yeah,
for the
go on
hat.
Friday.
Look
Go
for the
look
hat,
for
yeah.
Yuri on
Friday,
Friday.
find him and he can
Yeah,
tell you what
there
he
we go.
needs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go find Yuri on Friday.
Or if
worth
you
it.
have,
Go
or if you're a
volunteer.
friend of his on
Yeah.
Facebook, you can message him and say, "Hey, I'll help
Oh
you out."
yeah.
Yeah, and it's an awesome thing. So if you have the time, try and help out.
Yeah. Pinball machines are awesome. They're a great way to just sort of change your going from one spot to another. You stop, play a game, and I find it recharges me as I'm going.
Yeah, you were telling me that the other day, just especially when you're so busy and
Yeah.
have so much to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No tea party.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Okay. That was just a memory. Yeah.
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 Because you did have the memory of the tea party, our producer over there is
Okay.
reminding us that we do not have a tea party this
Okay.
year The Sunday tea party has been ex-nayed. We have asked them not to do it.
Okay. Sounds good.
And we're going to ask everybody who would like to host one not to host one because, again, we lose the rooms at the hotel after we do our closing ceremonies. We have specific rooms that are allotted to us.
Okay.
Terrace is not one of them.
Oh.
So
okay.
we would prefer if you want to throw a party, go talk to the people on floor 15 and the little con suites.
Yeah.
And ask them if they want to throw a
That
little
makes sense.
rave.
Yeah. And next year, maybe think about doing their own concert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you really want to throw a party,
Have
throw
it
it
all
on the
weekend.
floor 15. Do
Yeah.
it all weekend. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
I've had some friends who have talked about that. They've had ideas, and it's just like, okay, like, do it because it sounds amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Everybody I've talked to who's run them, they said it's so much fun.
Yeah.
People have to come to you, so it's really nice.
Yes.
Yes.
You just hang out, and friends come to you, and
So back to con memories for me.
Yeah.
I've got, like Carol, I've been going to this thing for more years than I can count. So I've got a lot of memories of con. The most recent one, and probably one of the most vivid ones, was with Jonathan Mayberry, one of the author guests that we had. Myself, Pensive Toast, I think, was there, and a couple of other people. And
at dinner.
Oh no! Yeah, you're
Oh my
right.
god,
Dinner.
I totally forgot about that.
Okay, that was not where I was going, but I'll go there instead.
That sounds like a good place to go.
So there's two Jonathan Mayberry memories that I'm going to bring up here.
Oh, no.
Both of them are awesome. I'm going to finish with the one I started
Sure.
that you thought I was talking about. But I think it was Sunday night. We were sitting down on the 12th floor in sort of the common area, and we were playing Fiasco. And I often bring drunken gummies to the convention.
Oh.
So we're sitting there, we're playing Fiasco, and we've got a shared tub of gummies that have been soaked in orange juice and vodka for
Nice.
probably a month. And they were quite good that year. And
Would you say quite potent?
I would say they were quite potent, yeah. Jonathan Mayberry, the author guest that was there, had taken a break, and he had a deadline he had to write for a short story for his Rotten Ruin series that year. And he had come down and was walking around and was listening to us play Fiasco, and he was curious about the gummy bears. And we're like, help yourself. So he had a couple, and then he's like, you know what, guys, this is really interesting to listen to, but I gotta go finish up my deadline and do some writing. So he's like, but do you mind if I take a few of those? So we're like, yeah, sure, go grab a cup. And so we scooped him up a cup of drunken gummies and sent him on his way. And about 2 hours later, we found him wandering the halls on 15. He had abandoned the hope of finishing his short story in that evening, and because the gummy bears had hit him. And from what I understand, one of the characters in the story, who was originally had the nickname of Candy Bar or something like that, got renamed Gummy after the gummy bears.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The one Carol was talking about is this. That year there was a Sunday dinner at the convention.
Yeah.
And it's a buffet, so all the tables had a number on them, and they were going to call what number the table got to go up to go get their food. In order to figure out what number you were and who was going first, they were doing musical chairs.
Oh, wow.
And so they needed a volunteer from each of our tables. Okay, so we had myself, the producer Alex, and
Pensive Toast was there,
Pensive
Reed
Toast,
was there.
you were there.
Cherry Coke Winnipeg was there.
Yeah, and Jonathan Mayberry. And
Oh, dear.
in order to decide who it was, we're all doing this.
Oh.
He had no idea why we were doing that, but he's like, I'm not going to not do it just in case it's a problem. So he's doing this too, and he has no idea why.
That's so funny.
And Cherry Coke Winnipeg, who was standing at the bar,
Yeah.
runs back to the table to make
With
sure
his-
he
yeah.
gets his finger on
Yeah.
his nose.
And so none of us had to go, but I believe our friend Reed had to go that night to go play musical chairs because he was the last one to put his finger on
Did
his
you
nose.
explain to Jonathan Mayberry later?
Oh yeah, we totally explained
Okay.
afterwards.
Yeah,
He's like,
not me.
why were we all doing that?
It's funny. Cute.
That same year, I was sitting with our artist guest of honors, and our table number turned into the most gorgeous piece of artwork I've ever seen.
Nice.
With just 2 ballpoint pen colors of a phoenix coming out of a dessert coffee cup.
Wow.
It still hangs on my wall
Yeah,
today,
that's-
and it's just like that is the most epic thing I got.
I
from
was
that.
hoping you were going to say you still have it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen so many impromptu art things pop up. Like
Yeah.
we've had Laura D'Souza, who does Least I Could Do and Looking for Group
Yes.
nowadays. Not to mention a ton of stuff online. just sit down and start doing random caricatures of people in the hallway.
Yeah, and then do it for hours and.
I don't remember the
It's
name of the
amazing.
artist, but one of the con suites from way back in the dawn of time, the Prince's Men suite. I remember seeing one of the artists was like, "I need paper plates," and he was sitting there drawing basically caricatures of people on paper plates and handing them to them and sending them on their way.
That's
No,
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
There's our art guest for you, eh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, we're at an hour and a half. I think, is this a good time to
Start.
maybe last comments from Keycon chairs? Is there anything else you want to talk about or bring up? Or?
Come out.
Yeah, you should
just
come.
come
It's
on.
next
Come
week
out,
Come
yeah.
at the Radisson
Join the
downtown.
family.
Yeah. So again, it's where's the dates there? There's May 17th to 19th at the Radisson on Portage. Yeah, everything gets started Friday, right? You said
That's
7
right.
Yes.
Friday.
7 p.m. You said, I think, or was I totally wrong?
Opening ceremonies is at 7
There we go. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our registration opens a bit earlier than
Okay.
that to
Good
allow
to-
you to get
yeah.
your badge so you can get down to the registration and
Awesome.
so you're able to enjoy your ice cream social afterwards.
Oh,
and-
good.
Keep an eye on our Facebook page and our Twitter feed. Announcements will be going out all through the weekend, including when registration opens on Friday and
Okay.
any other salient things that come up
Yeah.
or fun bits or
Okay.
stuff like that.
Do you know the Twitter name? Is it just under Keycon?
It's Keycon official.
Keycon official, I think.
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Pretty
Thank you.
Any last comments or questions from the audience?
Yeah, send us a quick message right now and we'll
Now's the chance.
address it. I just wanted to reiterate about also just if you go online, if you missed this, if you go online and you're worried because you can't get a ticket, don't worry. It's just because it's so close and you can show up and buy one there at Reg.
Absolutely,
So
yep.
Yep.
Sure.
do not be afraid to come out. And I didn't know, and what was brought up was that the areas are art show and marketplace. You
Yep.
don't need a badge to get in. So if you want to even come check out the atmosphere and you decide to stay and buy a ticket, there you go.
Absolutely. Marketplace and art show is a beautiful way to get a quick introduction to Keycon, talk to a few people at the convention, and decide if this is worth your while.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I say it's absolutely worth your while.
Oh,
Come out,
without
buy
doubt.
a ticket, enjoy
But it's nice to
floor
see it,
15,
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
the rest of the con suites.
How much are tickets at doors, since we're talking about tickets?
That's, oh, geez.
That's a good question. So you get, or does the ghost voice want to make a thing first?
Oh, two things. Raven Song would like you to know that was Bob Eggleton
Yep.
doing that in The Princess Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sure.
Because
Thank
she
you.
knows everything.
Yeah, Raven Song is up yeah.
I
At
hope so.
memberships are 60, right?
At the weekend membership is $65. You can get a day pass. The Friday day pass is $30. The Saturday day pass is $40, and the Sunday day pass is $30.
Cool.
And you should stay the whole weekend. So getting the weekend pass makes
That's
way
the
more
best
sense.
value, right?
Yeah.
So.
For
It's the best
sure.
value for your buck.
Yeah, even if you're considering maybe coming back another day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes the most sense. So, anything else then from you guys, and then we want to reiterate a bit about Quest Giver,
We're going
I
to
think.
talk briefly about Questiver.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
So, any other comments from the chairs? Okay,
I
so
think
we'll
so.
just take a couple minutes for probably final questions. Still put your questions up if anyone has, and we have some Quest Giver comments. So there's 2 this year.
Yay.
Carol, you want to move that camera back a little bit?
I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, this is gonna fall off.
I know. That's
No,
why I
Wiggle.
asked you to
Bop
move
Wiggle
it.
ahead.
it, bop it,
Bob it.
bop it.
So if you see us,
Shake
we've
it.
either got
Twist
a
it.
quest for you, or we're alert guards that have noticed you.
Yes, so be careful. Go stealth.
Um,
Yeah, we're going to have quests where we're doing levels this year.
Yeah.
So we have a number of quests, and we will be tracking via stickers on the back of your Keycon badge.
Yep.
With which ones you complete as we go, we're going to hand them out, and you will get rewards and along the way, as well as completed quest tickets. You write your name and phone number on the back, and those are your ticket draw entries for the prizes that we have, and they're awesome prizes. If I do say so myself, we did pretty well.
yeah, we did really awesome for prizes. I would say we've got at least 5, maybe 6 prizes.
Yeah, we're going to have to reevaluate with some additions we had.
We've
to
added some new ones in the last few hours, so
No peeking.
you
Just
might
kidding.
have noticed Charles was leaning forward, staring at the prize pack.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why the cameras aren't
Pretty
doing that
impressive,
way.
right? The
It's very
size
shiny.
over there.
Very
It's
impressive,
is.
the pile.
It's its own
Um,
test.
It beats the box of prizes I brought over there.
Yeah, we're
adding to
we're
it.
going to be adding some stuff
Oh,
of that
yeah.
to it as well. Don't worry.
And we have our live geek chat on Saturday. The Quest Giver stuff, just come find us, right? There's the 2 of us.
If you see one of us wearing our exclamation points,
Come up to us.
come find us.
Yeah. Even if we're doing the live chat, really.
Yeah.
Come up on
interrupt.
stage.
Come on stage.
Interrupt. We're happy with that. So speaking of that, Games from the North, we will be there doing the. I think all three of us are planning to be there.
Yeah, Saturday.
So Justin will be joining us.
4:00, I believe it is. But you can
Yeah.
confirm that on the website.
Yeah, check out the schedule and it'll show us location as well. And come join us for the live chat. That's literally live in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have a special request for people watching right now.
Yes.
Alert.
Alert.
You have alert.
Alert.
We have a quest. So the quest is...
Post a status update on social media with the hashtag Keycon Life, right?
Keycon Life.
And include what you're excited for.
And how you're getting ready for the con.
Yeah, maybe take a picture or post an update about, hey, getting ready for Keycon. If you're doing cosplay, show us your costume. I don't know, anything you
Or
want.
show us a hint at your costume.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
spoil.
true. No
don't
spoilers.
spoil the surprise. No spoilers.
Yeah. So again, hashtag the hashtag Keycon Life. Sorry.
Keycon Life.
And come find us to show us that you did that, and you'll get an entry, right? A reward.
There'll be some sort of.
There'll be a reward for it.
There will be some entries, and there will be some limited bonus prizes leading
Yeah, we
up
won't
to
give
it.
away what it is.
We're not going to say exactly what it is,
Yeah.
but we want to reward the teeners, right?
Yeah, for those who are achievement seekers, you're going to want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got.
Oh, we have some questions, some last-minute questions.
And I think we're done there, right?
Borealis Aurora says, I was gifted a weekend pass and have a receipt number. Will that be sufficient or do I need a physical receipt?
Traditionally, what you need if someone has gifted you a receipt is you need a note from that person saying that they have gifted you them. You may also want to message the chairs
receipt number.
with the receipt number so that they can make sure things are moved over.
Yeah.
I know that for Borealis there was like a live stream that was done of them winning the
Is
award.
this
This
okay?
was, yeah.
So
So
you,
I'm pretty sure we're aware of this one already.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
If you're worried, though, I would say, shoot you guys an email and write.
Yeah.
Also, congrats Borealis on winning the prize.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
way to go, Borealis.
Well done.
I
We're
look forward to
excited
seeing
to
you there.
see you in person again. It's been way too long.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Producer?
Yeah, go ahead.
From Yuri. I do have one question. Is it okay for any of the con suites to serve spicy food?
The food the suites serve is up to them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that we ask is that you have ingredient lists available so that those who have any food allergies or food sensitivities are aware and can make the decision for themselves whether they're going to
That makes
eat
sense.
what you're
Yeah.
serving.
Yeah. And feel
Yeah.
more comfortable eating it if they
Yeah.
have allergies or sensitivities or whatever it might be. Yeah. Any other questions, producer?
Theory Courier's already used the hashtag.
Woo! Good job.
Yay!
Did you say what you were excited for, though?
I used it in here, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
On Facebook? No, right there.
Yeah, they looks like they might have used it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it will.
Hey, there's dead fish.
Cool.
There's a dead
There's
fish.
a dead
Good
fish.
times.
Are you saying Yuri's a dead fish?
No, it's
No,
an-
but he posted one.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe he's doing the fish slapping
dance.
dance.
Kind of looks shocked to me.
I suppose.
All right. Well, if there's no more
Oh,
questions.
Theory Courier was showing how.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
go
if you
Yuri.
don't know what a hashtag is, folks, it is
Pound sign.
pound
That's
sign.
right,
As we completely age ourselves.
It also looks like a number sign.
Sure.
Because hashtag me is just a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
All
So
right.
hashtag Keycon Life.
Keycon Life.
Query thinks it looks like a scared koi.
Okay.
Okay. Couple things to note from our side point. There will be no Torg this coming Thursday.
Yeah.
There's just too much going on with prep for the convention.
Which includes load in from our storage locker to the hotel. So if anyone out there would like to help,
Ooh, good call.
you can either meet us at the hotel to unload the vehicles,
Okay.
or you can meet us at Mint Self Storage around 6:15 to help load from the storage locker to the vehicles.
Amazing. Maybe someone will come out and help.
If you're planning to do that, let the con chairs know. And how can they
Yes.
let them know and get in contact with you? Can they message through the Facebook page?
Yes.
They
I
can
think
message to
process.
the Facebook page. They can also send an email to...
Conchairs36 at keycon.org.
Nice. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Great. That's awesome.
And
So,
you're like,
thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
This has been our
Yeah.
biggest stream to date.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
I
It's
think
all
the
good.
highest number we saw in the viewers was
21.
21.
Yeah.
Woo, good
Um,
Which is
work.
amazing. Yeah, that's all because of Keycon and all the
And-
amazing support from the community.
Yeah.
You guys too. So
And
that's amazing.
Keycon thrives on support from the community.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
From
It's
all
how
of the
it feels.
communities that make up
Yeah.
Keycon's membership.
And my best suggestion, like, as a newbie, is even if you're questioning coming out, just come out and check it out and
Oh yeah.
and make that call because it is worth it. It is an excellent experience.
And finally, if you haven't done so already, take a moment on the screen that you are watching. I believe it's a little heart image. Is that how you make the heart? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Little heart image on the corner. If you haven't
If you
clicked on
have
that
arthritis.
to add us to your follow thing,
Yeah.
please do. And also look up Games from the North on Facebook and
Instagram,
Twitter is
soon to be YouTube, hopefully.
Yeah,
Some of us can get that
The
figured
bell,
out.
you'll get notifications.
yeah. Click the bell and you'll get notifications on YouTube.
Yeah, just come check us out. And if you have any issues,
Oh
certainly
my god, your
send
face
us
is like a
messages.
zombie walking. Did you see that?
No.
So someone needs to subscribe
Oh.
again.
Someone follow quickly. Just
Quickly
kidding.
follow so we can turn
I
Bell's
don't
face
know, I
into
did
a
see
walking
that.
zombie.
It's yeah, that was great. I did see
Yeah.
that.
All right, but yeah, you can find us on all the social medias, and
And thank you for coming and chatting.
yeah,
And
and
thank you.
thank you guys for coming and chatting.
And
You are our
welcome.
second set of guests,
Yeah.
and
And have an amazing
we're having an
Keycon.
amazing Keycon. I know
Well,
we
thanks for
certainly
having
intend
us.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Excellent.
so
Bye.
fun.
Bye.